going on, everyone? Justin again, as always. Thanks for watching my channel. Welcome back. Got a little something special for you guys today. Today we're talking about what happens when you pad slap a rotor. So your brakes are getting low, right? You take a peek, maybe you're doing an oil change in the front of your garage or at your house. Hopefully not in the apartment complex. But at any rate, let's say you're changing the oil, take a tire off for whatever reason, take a look at your brakes. Maybe they're squeaking or grinding. You want to see what the pad life is at. Pad life's pretty low. Maybe you're at 3 millimeter, maybe you're already touching the backing plate. So you decide that you just want to pad slap because you ain't got access to any kind of brake lathe, or maybe you just don't have enough money for rotors. Whatever the case may be, let's say you pad slapped it because a buddy of yours told you, hey, it's gonna be just fine, man. If you got pads on it, run it right. If you didn't have pulsation before and it barely started squeaking and you didn't get to the backing plate, good chance that you're fine. Just throw new pads on it and run it, right? Re-grease the pins maybe. All right, well, I did that 2 months ago out of curiosity because I've been asked this question numerous times throughout the comments of our past videos. Hey man, can I just pad slap my truck if I can't afford rotors or I don't have access to a lathe? Couldn't really just answer that question. We always discourage people from just pad slapping. So obviously from a shop standpoint, and it being a liability factor, we would never do that, okay? We would either A, turn the rotors, or B, replace them entirely. Well, I decided to do it to my own personal truck just to see what would happen. Well, I bought the more expensive ceramic pads too, the Wagners, okay? As you can see, I didn't lose any pad. That's a good thing. Now, that doesn't always happen. So I've seen some rotors that are so trashed that it'll literally take a brand new pad and within a couple of months wear it completely out. So I've had these on the truck now for approximately 2 months, and you can see it's still pretty new. We're right about 9 millimeters. So I didn't really lose anything inside or outside pad. But within the first month, I started to hear a little bit of light grinding, and by month number 2, I really started to hear heavy grinding. We're talking like almost that metal to metal type of heavy grinding. Okay, so here's the rotor. You can see that there are some grooves, so it's kind of got that record look to it, which I would have expected more of a squeak than really a grind, but I was getting a grinding effect. Now we're going to take it over here to the brake lathe. So now we have it on the brake lathe is turning, and you can see that there is some pretty good dishing, right? There is definitely, this rotor is not true. This rotor, it has no parallelism. This thing is dished like you wouldn't believe. So I asked a colleague of mine, I'm like, is this a result of me pad slapping it? And he said, well, when you started off with brand new rotors on brand new pads, it formulated a memory. And that memory over time might have created a little bit of indifferency as far as parallelism is concerned. So maybe it was a little uneven here and there. But by putting brand new pads on it, those brand new pads, as they're compressing against the rotor, are formulating new memory around themselves. And since the rotor is already basically twisted or way dished and out of shape, all it's doing is making matters worse. So in 2 months time frame, I went from having a light grinding to a heavy grinding come month 2. So now we're turning the rotors out. I'll be re-greasing the pins and putting it all together. And the third thing is you can have those brake pads prematurely wear out to the point where one is completely gone like within a month or 2. I've seen this happen on a couple of vehicles where customers have pad slapped and are like, well, I just changed the brakes a couple months ago, how they're already gone. Well, their rotors were so trashed, it literally just dug in and grounded off all that fresh pad. So hopefully this video helps you guys out there that are thinking of pad slapping your truck or your car, and you get a little bit better idea of what can happen, what kind of effects it has while you're driving, or what kind of effects it has on the rotor as a result, and what you can expect the outcome to be. If you're getting ready to do your brakes though, definitely again, either replace the rotor or take it to someone and have it machined. Always make sure you re-grease the slide pins, and then it wouldn't even be a bad idea if you can use a Mighty Vac. Pull out some of the old brake fluid and put fresh fluid in it. You don't have to do a complete brake flush or brake fluid exchange service. Just simply suck and fill, okay? Even just the suck and fill, every time you guys are doing a brake job on your own vehicle, it's gonna prolong the life of all the internal components to include the rubber lines that actually go up to the hydraulic master cylinder. So that's all I got for this video, guys. Thanks always for watching. If you liked today's video, smash a thumbs up. If you didn't, Smash the thumbs down, share if you want to share. We'll see you guys next time. Deuces.